I went to the dentist today. The results are in. Root canal. What the Here's the thing. Do you get stressed out going to the dentist? So I go to a dentist school where there are students that are training to become dentists. And they go through a 4-year period and they graduate and move on to wherever they go to and become dentists. So I appreciate the fact that out of my entire family, I have the worst teeth out of all my family. And that's just the way life works, right? It's not like I had a choice. This is just how it works, how life works. So going in there and just enjoying the experience, knowing that I'm going to experience something new, knowing that I'm going to meet new people, knowing that I don't know what any of the results will be. Even though I feel like I know certain things, I literally do not know. Do we ever know? Do we ever know how we're going to interact with another human being? Ever? Do we ever know that? From this amazing understanding that I've come to learn, love, and grow with, there's the knowing of who I am and the knowing, the understanding that I have a mind. And the mind is creating thoughts. And from those thoughts, I get to experience life. I get to experience what shows up through me, and I get to experience what happens. And I never know. I never know what's going to happen. So going there, just being open to whatever shows up was so much more relaxing than it's ever been. And that's just because this understanding is pointing us in a different direction. Instead of being the thoughts that show up, I know the thoughts are going to show up. Did you see how that works? Instead of me believing the thoughts that show up as me, I understand that I'm completely separate. The essence of who I am is over here. And then I have a mind, and the mind has an amazing imagination. And the mind is constantly coming up with new thoughts. And I get to experience those thoughts in whatever shape or form that shows up. And so going to the dental school today, I met all these really fantastic people, super nice people, really just fun to be with, joking around, having a good time. I met two different dentists, and they talked about teeth and their history. One of the dentists asked about when I was 3 or 4 years old if I had asthma. And I'm like, how interesting. How interesting is that? How did that even come across? And he said, well, there's a very thin white line at the base of your teeth, and that usually means something that happened in your childhood, kind of like the roots of a tree. And I was just so fascinated with the fact that our teeth have a history. But what I'm getting to here is this openness and this fascination and this curiosity that is a part of who we are. It's always available. And just being more curious has been just tremendously helpful for me. It takes away all of the stress of the not knowing. Because if you know that you don't know, then what shows up is just what's going to happen. So overall, the last time I was there was pre-COVID. And now, today, I'm back at the school. I thought for sure, my thinking would show up saying, oh, man, this is not going to be good. You're going to have a mouthful of cavities. These two got to go. That one's got to go. Who knows? This one's not feeling good. And out of all that thinking that showed up prior to going down there, once I was down there, it was different. I was just feeling very curious and open. And in that openness, it was just amazing that things would show up, and it was just different. Hard to explain, but it's a feeling. I'm trying to explain a feeling with words, but the feeling itself, how do you explain that with words? It's just a knowing. It's a feeling, a knowing that, hey, whatever happens, happens. and I can work with whatever happens because I always have throughout my whole life. So the results are in. I need a root canal for one tooth. And then overall, everything else looks fantastic. And I asked one of the professional dentists there, I said, would you consider implants, removing my teeth and putting implants in? He goes, why? Your teeth are natural implants. Let's just keep them and then we'll just keep them healthy. And I'm like, oh, that's fantastic. Because there's other companies out there that charge a lot of money and they say I'm a perfect candidate for it. And he's like, of course they do. So it was so much fun to go to the dentist, to be able to be in a state of curiosity and to see and feel, knowing that I'm not my thinking, that I can be open and curious to what shows up. If any of that resonates with you and you'd like to work with me, I have a free 1-hour consultation. No obligation, just one conversation. And you don't even need anything. That's the beauty of this understanding. There's nothing that you need. You already have everything that you need. So I invite you to take 1 hour and have a conversation with me if you find yourself stressed out about certain things in life and you just feel like that's just the way it's going to be forever. I'm telling you that it doesn't have to be like that. Thank you so much for taking the time out to watch this video. I'm Dave Fry with The Space Between. Take care of yourself. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.